Have your seat, my beloved young person. I normally don't preach, I teach. Because my field is not preaching, it's teaching. Though I'm a teacher, physical, I'm a teacher spiritual as well. So I don't preach, I teach. So I want you to sit down as we go through the scriptures and study. What you're going to study is very, very much important as a young person. So please be quiet as you benefit from the word of God. Now we are talking about a wayward youth. A wayward youth. Now when we say a youth or a person does not listen to an advice and does what he or she pleases, or does what the flesh tells him to do, that will say the person is wayward. When you say a person is wayward, the person does not listen to advice, instructions, directions, but does what the heart tells him or he to do. Well, a wayward child. And in this era, the devil is an assignment of capturing the heart of many young people. Many youth who have a promising future, a great future, and many youth have greatness in them, have been influenced by diabolic, deceptive idea of themselves. They don't need any control, they don't need any direction, and because of that deception, they are on the way of waywardness that will lead into future disappointment. I will bring you back home in Jesus' name. Now, reading from what we read, Luke and the examples of Luke 15, I will read from verse 1. Sorry, not verse 1. I'll just read from verse 12, then I'll move to 13, 15, 17, 18, 19. Now let's read Luke chapter 15, verse 12. It said, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of the goods that falleth me. Now here we can consider that the young man was under the control of the father. The father instructed because he was still young and needed a direction, needed a path. And because of freedom, he said, the younger man said to his father, give me that which belongs to me. Because the younger man do not want to be controlled, do not want to be advised, do not want to be instructed. He wanted a kind of freedom. Now when the youth want the freedom, most of the time they think that that freedom will bring a complete happiness. But remember, not all freedom are freedom. Some freedom are a path into self-destruction. Therefore, if you are a youth and you want a total freedom, remember the devil is advancing or making a slave, because youth does not know how to make good use of freedom. Become self-destructive. The young man wanted the freedom, verse 13. And not many days after the young man had gathered all together and country, he took a journey into a country where he cannot be controlled without the father's supervision, because he went into a far country. And look at this one. And there he wasted his substance with a riotous living. And there he began to waste his life. After he has gotten all that he needed, it should be a path unto freedom, it should be a path unto happiness, it should be a path unto complete joy. But Bible says that he began to waste. Are there no many youths who have a promising future, but have begun in the path of wasting their lives? Are there no many young ladies and young men who are created in the image of God for greatness? They are created in the image of God for a higher, mightier life, to be what God made them to be. But because of freedom, they have gone to a far country and they have begun wasting their life. Now, some of these young men, when they go to a far country, initially they think that they are enjoying. When they have a man fondling with their body, when they have a man touching their body, sensitive part, that makes them happy. Initially, it may seem they are enjoying, but they have forgotten they are on the path of life wasting. They are on the path of making their life useless. They are on the path of regret. I pray And it's my wish that God will bring your mind back to yourself this very morning in Jesus' name. If you have taken part and John himself, and he went and John himself, that is what he wanted. He does not want freedom. He wants access to other boys and girls who are living a kind of slavery freedom life. Freedom for the youth is mostly a kind of slavery in disguise. But many youth have no eyes to see. They thought they are freedom, but in their part of destruction, a part of slavery. Bible says that, and he went and joined himself into the citizens of that country. He was a stranger. He went and joined himself where his father wasn't there, where his elder brother wasn't there, and they sent him into the fold to feed swine. As an Israelite, it is an abomination to eat swine, and therefore it is not acceptable to what? To rear or to feed swine. But what happened? This young man, because he wanted to waste his life, he went deeper where he should not be. Verse 17. And when he came, many of us, we are still going wayward. Many of us, we are still in the path of self-destruction and regret because we have not come to ourselves. Until you come to yourself, you may think that the path you are treading, you are enjoying. Until you come to yourself, when a girl is engaged in fornication, she thinks she's enjoying. When a boy gets 3 girls, and he jumps from one girl to another girl, the boy may feel that I'm on top of the world because he has not come to himself. Bible says, and when he came to himself, I pray this morning you come to yourself. I pray this morning you come to yourself. I pray this morning you come to yourself. Because if you don't come to yourself, in few years you will regret. If you don't come to yourself, in few years your words will be, had I known, I wouldn't have gone to that path. If you don't come to yourself, in few years you will be regretting with heartache. You will be regretting with pain. And when he came to himself, tell your friend, come to yourself. Tell your friend, come to yourself. And when he came to himself, he said, how many head servants of my father have bread enough and to spare, and I am perished with hunger? No, he was hungry, he was starving, not because he was fasting. He was starving because there wasn't food to eat. And he said, and when he came to himself, this morning may God bring our senses back.